Hello, everybody, and thank you for watching my presentation on COVID-19 lockdown lessons, digitalizing for online music learning. So this program and the study looked at an online music program that addressed the specific challenges of the Tshwane University of Technology music students. The TUT music department was the case study in which the teaching model was optimized to face the challenge of online learning. A smart stepwise online lessons program was developed. Usually we'd use the face-to-face teaching approach, and this was challenged due to the lockdown. The traditional music lesson teaching model followed the master-apprentice model, and this was confined to a specific location and was teacher controlled. Online teaching tools were developed in response to the curriculum, program delivery, and assessment. We focused on learning preferences, teaching techniques, assessment methods, online platform preferences, infrastructural availability, and challenges. As part of the literature review, I looked at the current online programs that were available for music education, and these required adaptation to address the specific challenges of the TET students. The main themes were emergency remote teaching, university digitalization, the fourth industrial revolution, traditional teaching, online teaching and learning methods, self-regulated learning, self-centered learning, online music teaching tools, and e-portfolio and assessment strategies. As part of the theoretical framework, we looked at the social constructivist approach, which focused on the student's specific social context to understand their educational background and historical settings. And the study was underpinned by the transformative framework that aimed to improve society through knowledge construction based on power and social relationships. Schulman's constructivist perspective to teaching and learning outlined the pedagogical content knowledge that underpinned the online music program construct. An exploratory research design was employed, and this was used to gain information on the less researched topic through a systematic data collection. The constructivist approach allowed for knowledge to be constructed through meaning and real-life experiences. The transformative paradigm, the exploratory qualitative data provided insight on social justice issues and the needs of a marginalized student population. The TUT music department is the case study in which the teaching model is being digitalized to face the challenge of online learning. Data collection included literature review, student feedback, feedback tracking tools, unstructured informal interviews based on learning styles, teaching techniques, online preferences and challenges, and a pilot study. The South African higher learning institutions were forced to switch from face-to-face to classes to remote learning during the lockdown to curb the spread of the COVID-19 virus. Several affluent universities switched to remote online learning using their pre-existing online platforms. Other universities and public schools had to shut down during the lockdowns as they lacked the 4IR technological infrastructure. Available funding to support online learning varied between higher education institutions, and this led to disparities between online teaching and learning models. The fourth industrial revolution affirms technological transformation, which results in new ways of perceiving, acting, and being, and new ways in which technology is integrated within society. By creating a digital learning environment, students are the central focus of a technology-enabled, learner-centered approach. The digitalization of education involved using technology to improve and simplify technological infrastructure, as well as for pedagogical approaches and processes. Online learning in higher education encompasses the learner experiences, learning management systems, education theory, and pedagogy. The method of delivery and learning environment, active learning, and incorporating student learning didactic approaches and techniques were also reviewed. We reviewed asynchronous and synchronous learning, online learning, which required active student engagement and self-regulation. Self-regulated learning was an important component to music practice, and student-centered learning referred to active learning, and students were more engaged with the subject content and in control of the learning. Some of the tools that were reviewed were the Internet MIDI, FaceTime and method books, Lola, Polycom, Skype video conferencing, e-portfolio and assessment strategies, and iScore. The challenges with online learning included latency during synchronous music lessons, the quality of video conferencing equipment, technological skills, internet technology, a lack of technological infrastructure, music instruments, recording devices, and practice space. The SMART model showed that knowledge was decentralized, autonomous, and self-optimizing, which promoted a stepwise student-centered learning approach. A constructive alignment model improved learning outcomes. These were clearly stated and aligned to teaching and learning activities, as well as the assessment method. These were enhanced by a stepwise lesson plan, feedback tool, and continuous assessment. The SMART stepwise lessons enhanced online learning by providing a graded stepwise approach to learning. Lesson plans were short exercises uploaded as short video clips on mobile platforms. Video clips and feedback tools monitored student progress and also provided diagnostic feedback. Lectures uploaded demonstrative videos to zero-rated university online platforms and mobile platforms. Self-regulated peer learning and active learning approaches should underpin the teaching and learning strategies. Music students preferred the mobile technology platforms like WhatsApp, Google Drive, Dropbox, Zoom, and FaceTime. These were used at base level due to limited access to computers, music software, and recording equipment. The traditional teaching and learning model showed that only the teacher was aware of the knowledge base and controlled the lessons. The teacher sets out the task for the students complete the task and relay it back to the teacher. Upon then, the teacher actions the next task. Using the Industry 4.0 manufacturing model that was adapted for online teaching, here we see the teacher and student are aware of the finished product. They both serve as the knowledge base, and there's an inclusion of a feedback tool. The teacher sets out the task for each student. The student completes the task and relays it back to the teacher. The student is aware of all the tasks, and students upload videos of each task as per the various weekly plan. The teacher also provides diagnostic and continuous feedback on each task. The performance and suggestions were included in the feedback, and the teacher used continuous assessment to evaluate the student's progress that was based on the weekly uploads. These uploads were to an e-portfolio on the mobile platforms. Some of these assessments were included peer assessment, and the learning activities were based on the constructive alignment model. So the best practices used to address the specific challenges of the TUT music students were the asynchronous online learning approach was preferred. We used Skype, Zoom, WhatsApp video call, FaceTime. The SMART stepwise lesson plan approach was also very helpful. Lesson plans included the demonstrational videos, the short exercises. The feedback tool served as a diagnostic tool, and the e-portfolio served as an assessment tool, self-reflection, and self-directed learning. Self-regulated learning, peer learning, and active learning approaches were also used. This is a sample lesson plan for a music lesson. You find there are 3 pieces outlined, and each task is set out in this lesson plan. For example, some background, a research component of the composer Sonny Rollins, a YouTube video section, and then also it shows what you would actually learn in this particular lesson. This is a sample lesson plan for jewelry. Here you find that the background is questions based on what is commercial jewelry, the specifications, the type of pieces. There's also a research component and some learning outputs at the bottom, gathering of sufficient and applicable research, etc. This is the tracking tool for jewelry design, where you have task 1, which is research, task 2, concepts, design development, technical information, rationale, submission, and student feedback. This is a short learning program also using the SMART method this is for fashion design. The fundamentals, this is a short learning program on fundamentals of dressmaking and sewing skills. And here you find on lesson 1, it's based on designing and sewing an apron. Here you can see equipment selection, design of the pocket, and again, what you would learn in this lesson. So in conclusion, online learning music programs need to address the specific needs and challenges of students. The one-size-fits-all approach renders this learning mode irrelevant. South African context, in the South African context, accessibility to technological infrastructure is crucial in order for online learning programs to be successful. This online learning program can also be adapted to suit other disciplines within our arts and design faculty. Thank you for listening to this presentation.